It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Thursday, the 9th of January, and a winter storm warning has been posted for much of North Alabama. A winter weather advisory to the south as we're getting set for a very messy storm system coming in here late tonight, early tomorrow morning. So needless to say, a lot to talk about. So here we go. You can see that upper low south of Phoenix. That will be lifting out. That's the dynamic support for the system. And we note we've got wintry precipitation breaking out this morning over West Texas, far west of here. But that's the beginning of the system that we will deal with. Now, this morning, it's cold. The infrastructure is cold. That's the one point to consider here. Once this precipitation begins late tonight, early tomorrow morning, bridge icing should begin pretty quickly. Notice many spots are in the teens this morning. Gadsden, 15. We've got 18 for Cullman, Birmingham and Huntsville, 22, 20s all the way down to Mobile. So here's the winter storm warning for the counties in pink on this map. The winter storm warning in effect as far south as Lamar, Fayette, Walker, Jefferson, St. Clair, Calhoun, and Cleburne counties. The icy travel will be maximized from those counties north. Now, to the south, however, there's a winter weather advisory as far south as Pickens, Tuscaloosa, Bibb, Chilton, Elmore, and Lee. In other words, down to Tuscaloosa, Clanton, Wetumpka, and Opelika. And that's where there could be some icing tomorrow morning. Probably not lasting long as everything changes to rain, but again, just be aware of icy travel possibly that far to the south. And for the travelers, the winter storm warnings extend all the way to the west as far as Dallas-Fort Worth and to the north up to the Ohio River. So again, this will affect a lot of the south central United States over the next 24 to 48 hours. There could be some thunder today over parts of Texas and Louisiana, nothing severe. And tomorrow, if you're in South Alabama, a chance of thunder over the southern quarter of the state. But for now, we're not expecting any thunder, sleet, or thunder snow for North Alabama. And on Saturday, day 3, no thunderstorms expected. Here's the precipitation for the next 7 days. And for South Alabama, this will be all rain, a cold rain over the southern part of the state where they could see 1/2 to 1 inch. And for the northern half, it's a mix. We'll start with some sleet, freezing rain, and snow, changing to a cold rain during the day. So let's break it down hour by hour. Model fans, GFS, the 12s, the 06E run, valid today at 3. And you can see the big trough lifting out of the southwest United States. Down below that, snow for Oklahoma and North Texas. A wintry mix around Dallas-Fort Worth. Rain for South Texas. And again, here we're cold and dry. And with a decent amount of sunshine, most locations should make it into the 40s this afternoon. But clouds will increase quickly this afternoon. So tomorrow, there you go. Surface low is over South Alabama near Andalusia. And again, with that surface low a little farther north, that means a changeover to rain, maybe as far north as Huntsville for this event. So let's begin with temperatures. This is what the numbers could look like tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. And as I've said here many times before, I think at the onset of this, we'll have some evaporation. Precipitation evaporating into drier air, and that's a cooling process, so these numbers could be a little colder than this, but you can see most spots are in the low 30s over North Alabama. But with evaporative cooling, we might see some upper 20s. We've got mid-30s to near 40 over South Alabama. So tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. All right, so again, just to get your colors straight here, blue, that would be snow. The hot pink there, that would be sleet and some freezing rain, and then rain to the south. And this is a depiction coming off the high-resolution HERB model, HRRR. That's high-resolution rapid refresh. And remember, all models are wrong. Some are useful. It's not going to look exactly like this, but a pretty good guideline. And this obviously will lead to a lot of bridge icing and maybe some icing on blacktop road surfaces tomorrow morning. And it's going to happen quick. I mean, this stuff's going to come in after midnight tonight. So for everybody in those winter weather advisories, the winter storm warning, just be aware icy travel is a very real likelihood tomorrow morning, a very good possibility. And again, it might not be snowing where you are, but freezing rain is the worst kind of thing that can happen. So let's go to 12 noon and look at the warm air advection process, that warm nose aloft turning the precipitation from the wintry mix to rain at 12 noon. So at noon at this point, it should be raining in Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, and Anniston, and maybe as far north as Cullman at noon. The wintry mix converting into a cold rain with mid-30s, and hopefully that should lessen the icy travel conditions tomorrow at midday. Snow continues along and north of the Tennessee River. This is 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, and, we might see a change over to rain as far north as Huntsville during the day tomorrow. If nothing else, a change from snow to sleet. And for most of the state, it's just raining. And notice how the rain is ending over the northwestern part of the state, and it should be over by about midnight tomorrow night. So understand, we have a lot more than snow going on here. This is the national blend of models. And again, with all these snow maps, you see, this is the best approach. This is an ensemble approach, and I think it's got the right idea. In fact, the Weather Service forecast really mirrors this. And you can see amounts near 2 inches. Again, this is snow only, near the Tennessee state line. 1 to 2 inches around Cullman, maybe a half inch for Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston, lighter amounts to the south. And again, this is the official National Weather Service forecast from the NDFD. That's the National Digital Forecast Database. And again, remember, there's more than snow to this. In fact, for a lot of you, you're going to have more sleet and freezing rain than snow. But potential for maybe a half inch to 1 inch around Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden, 1 to 2 inches around Cullman, Moulton. The better chance of getting those 2 to 3 inch amounts will be along and north of the Tennessee River. That would be Florence over to Athens, Huntsville, and Scottsboro. This is the potential ice accumulation coming off the national blend of models. And these numbers have come up. The snow numbers have come down. The ice accumulation potential has gone up. And this is suggesting maybe a tenth of an inch of ice for places like Birmingham. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but listen, it doesn't take a lot to create a glaze on bridges and maybe some road surfaces. And again, that's not fun. You can't make a snowman with ice, and you can't really drive that well with ice. So, again, the concept is we'll have very icy travel tomorrow morning. That's a given in all these counties highlighted with the various colors here. Now, again, down in southeast Alabama, that's a freeze warning for Dothan. It'll be just a cold rain there. But tomorrow morning, as far south as Tuscaloosa, Verbena, Wetumpka, Auburn, Opelika. That's where icy travel is likely. Then during the day, the changeover to rain will be happening from the south. And as that happens, temperatures go above freezing. Road conditions should improve. But again, they could stay icy into the afternoon over the northern third of the state, especially the northern quarter of the state. And the thing concerning Saturday morning, there might be some black ice around. This is Saturday, and the storm system's long gone. But if there's any standing water Saturday morning, there could be some patches of black ice. Probably not that many. And certainly during the day Saturday, temperatures will likely, again, get up into the mid to upper 30s. And the sky will be clearing, I think. And but again, the one thing about this, and I want to stress this, we're not in the business of forecasting road conditions. We have no training in that. We're trained in the atmosphere. So I possess no knowledge of future road conditions. I don't. I mean, we can give you a broad idea like we're talking about today, but for the specifics, you've got to go to the specific state transportation department apps or websites. Like in Alabama, it's ALDOT. So we prefer that you go see them for road conditions and let us handle the weather. But again, Saturday drive, temperatures mid to upper 30s for most of the state. Now, Sunday morning, it's going to be pretty cold. We're going to see lows in the upper teens and low 20s, much like this morning. The sky will be clear. And then Sunday, we warm into the 40s with a sunny sky. And then next week, Monday, we're dry. A system down in the Gulf stays far to the south. Tuesday, a little clipper passing to the north. We'll see a reinforcing surge of colder air. Highs for much of next week will be in the 40s and lows in the 20s. Still cold. And a week from today, this is Thursday the 16th, a northwest flow aloft, and once again, we're cold and dry. Let's go out 10 days. This is Saturday the 18th. Pretty good trough to the west, and this one will likely bring rain to the state. around that weekend of toward the end of the week or the beginning of the weekend, the 17th and 18th. And I will say, that's a 1,040 millibar high that's over southern Canada. That's another really cold air mass. And it sure looks like after this rain event, another surge of very cold air is going to move in here. And that will likely keep temperatures below average on into late month. This is for the 16th through the 22nd. And again, the whole contiguous United States in the blue. Here's the specific numbers off the national blend of models. Birmingham hitting 43 today. And then highs mid to upper 30s tomorrow and Saturday. Sunday morning down to 20. And then next week, mostly 40s and ultimately low 50s. So once again, for those of you just joining us, we're live at the insane hour of 5:17 here on Friday morning. A winter storm warning in effect. This is for tomorrow, not today. From near Millport to Fayette, Birmingham, Anniston, Heflin, north. That's the winter storm warning, the highest impact. However, there is that winter weather advisory down to Tuscaloosa, Clanton, Wetumpka, and Opelika. Areas in blue on that map. That's where there will be some icing tomorrow morning, probably not lasting especially long. And, of course, everybody focuses on the snow totals. And, again, there's going to be a lot of freezing rain and sleet here in the mix. And that's the reason the snow totals have been dropped down by the National Weather Service. And I think that's the right idea. The better chance of getting 2 to 3 inches of snow north of the Tennessee River, up near the Tennessee state line. Cullman, maybe 1 to 2 inches. Birmingham, maybe 1/2 to 1 inch. But again, this is very significant. This is the ice potential. And there might be a few spots getting up to 1/10 of an inch of ice, freezing rain. That's liquid. When you walk outside, it's wet, but it's below freezing. And that's problematic. So it's going to be very interesting to watch this thing unfold. And we will do that together. We're going to do the next video briefing here by 2:45 or 3 o'clock this afternoon. We have supplementary notes always over on the blog. That is alabamawx.com. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a marvelous day, and God bless.